flag throwers? It is Wednesday, April 29th, and Unk must have unlocked some new PTO because, he's out on assignment this week. Shocker. But I'm just giving him a hard time. It's your boy Cole and Luke, though, still holding down the fort here. What up, Luke?
What's going on?
I like that. I like how that playoff beard looking.
That's what I'm talking about. It keeps growing day by day. Penguins about to come back in this series. That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of comeback, though, the flag throwers have come back because we have surpassed 400 subscribers on YouTube. So, YouTube people, hello. Thank you for helping us get to 405. It would be so cool if we got to 415 by the next time I see you guys. And next time I see you guys, might be a special guest.
Neither here nor there.
But,
could be
if we
very
get to
special
415
guest.
by the next time I see you guys, that would be awesome. Audio people, you can't see my waving, but I did give you a slight little wave. Leave a 5-star review, please. Drop a follow. Spread the word as well. We're trying to grow the audio as well. Appreciate everyone who takes time out of their day to support us. Means the absolute world to me. But, Luke, the NFL draft has concluded since the last time we have talked, so let's get into that first. So, Luke, you guys drafted the offensive tackle from Arizona State in the first round. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I will absolutely fuck it up. But how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's a good pick. It's kind of like the vanilla pick. I kind of wanted us to get maybe a receiver or someone that's going to be more of a weapon. But definitely a good piece that will, improve our offensive line.
So you guys were going to draft Mekhi Lemon until the Eagles traded up and sniped him from you.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I mean,
of all teams, the Eagles.
You win some, you lose some. I mean, hey, if the Penguins beat the Flyers, I'll take that one over Philly over the little draft mishap. So it's all good. We still wound up with a good player.
Yeah, so your player has one of the highest ceilings. The problem is he's really raw. He's going to take 2 or 3 years to develop before he's actually really good.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's some other picks that I feel like we did all right on too. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you guys drafted your future quarterback too.
Possibly. I feel like I want to ask what you think. Which on the scale of future quarterback to Kenny Pickett 2.0, where do you stand on Drew Aller?
Drew Aller, in college, definitely showed the flashes to be a franchise guy, but that James Franklin offense is a goddamn JV football offense.
Right.
So we never really saw what we never got to see what he could do, especially when he broke his ankle his senior year. I bet you bro is just pissed that he would have been a first-round pick, but instead he went back to college, and now he was a third-round
He would have
pick.
been, the number 11 pick if he declared for the draft last year. But, yeah, now he's third round. Went to the Steelers. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I'm definitely rooting for him, but at the same time, as a Penn State fan, I know how good he can be, but I also kind of am fearful of the mental side for him. I feel like that is the part that still has to develop. So I'll say I'm cautiously optimistic about Aller on the Steelers.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I think you can't lose either way with this pick because if you play him and he sucks, you get a good pick for this loaded upcoming class. But if you play him and he's the guy, you spent the third-round pick and got your franchise quarterback.
True, yeah. So I'll ask you this. Do you think there's more of a shot of Aller, Will Howard, or Aaron Rodgers, suiting up game one for the Steelers?
I think Aaron Rodgers is the highest probability.
They put that weird tag on him today. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe you can enlighten me and the fans.
So I like to consider myself someone that's in the weeds with all the behind-the-scenes NFL stuff. I have never heard of that damn tag.
I saw that today and I was like, wait, what is that? So apparently the Steelers can they can match what anyone else would offer him. But if no one else offers him, he gets a 10% raise from last year.
It's either 10% or 50%. I don't know. I just know it means he would make $15 million, or if he took an offer from someone else, you guys could match it. Which I don't know what the qualifications is for a player to have that tag placed on them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't know.
Really never heard of this before.
To have that happen.
Yeah,
swear to God, never heard of it in my life.
So,
but I mean, we all knew he was coming back anyways, because where else is he going to start? Arizona?
Yeah, so basically all this is saying is either he's going to retire or he's going to play another year with the Steelers.
Exactly.
So.
And, we knew when you guys hired Mike McCarthy that was going to be the case regardless.
Yeah. So, just kind of confirms that in a legal way.
If I were the Steelers, I would start Will Howard week 1, and then when he sucks, put Drew Aller in for the rest of the year.
Not a bad plan. I don't know. I mean,
let both of them get a crack at it.
I feel like this might be the year the Steelers finish below 500.
Well, you guys at least did have one of the most memorable draft picks of the entire draft, and it was in the 7th round. You drafted the running back out of Navy, Eli Heidenreich.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, everyone was hyped about him.
Because he's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, hopefully he can make some sort of impact as a kind of a late draft pick. I mean, Jalen Warren went undrafted, and he's now pretty much our RB1. So you never know. But I feel like at the very least he'll be like a good sideline locker room guy.
Well, that's the thing is that Heidenreich runs a 4.4 something 40, so he's got the wheels. And I went to a couple Navy games as you guys have seen on our social medias, and dude was electric.
Yeah, so we'll see.
But his reaction was just the best, dude. That draft day reaction was the absolute best.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
He was sobbing. He saluted the logo, twirled the towel. Yeah. Yeah, what a guy, dude. Eli Heidenreich. Couldn't have happened to a better human. So happy for him. But, yeah, the Steelers draft class, I feel like you guys did okay. The Ravens draft class, I feel like, turned out pretty well. With the 14th pick, not to flex or nothing, but I did correctly guess who we were going to take, even though we did almost take Ruben Bain with the 14th pick.
Yeah.
But we ran the football, pun intended, took the guard out of Penn State, and that dude is an absolute monster.
Oh, yeah.
I am so excited to watch that dude play football for my team.
So, yeah. So is someone that might be on the show soon, just letting you know. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, great pick. Got some value in the later rounds, too. So, very excited about how the Ravens draft went. Couple picks, I was like, we didn't really need that position. But, the overall player itself, I didn't feel like there were any players that we took that I was like, oh, what the hell.
Yeah.
We drafted the best punter in the draft. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I heard about that. So, did they pick any weapon type players like running backs, receivers, tight ends?
Yeah, we drafted a running back, Randall from Clemson,
Okay.
and then we drafted Jacoby Lane in the 3rd round, and then Elijah Surratt from Indiana, also in the 3rd or 4th round at receiver. So definitely got some weapons brewing for Lamar Jackson and this new Declan Doyle offense that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, dang. Well, I mean, hey, all I'm going to say is the Jets got a steal in round 2 at D'Angelo Ponce.
First said you've heard of taking him to the island. Now we're going to take him to a pond.
That's right.
Putting him on a pond. But yeah, Unk's not here to really break down all the NFL draft recap, but maybe we'll talk about it next time we see him. But now, Luke, it's time for your favorite segment every show. It's time for Chaps and Gats of the Week.
Go. That's what I'm talking about.
So, Luke, who's chapping this week?
Yeah, so honestly, this is, the vibe in Pittsburgh with hockey has changed a lot over the last couple of days. As you know, the Penguins went down 3-0 to the Flyers. They've come back to win the last 2 games to force a Game 6, which it'll be tonight on day of recording. So my actual chap of the week is Artur Shilovs for the Penguins. Goaltender. They didn't have him play the first 3 games. They had our other guy, Stuart Skinner, in there. Stuart Skinner didn't play bad, made a bunch of big saves, but let up a couple soft goals. They put Shilovs in there for Game 4 and Game 5. Played great both games. Now, we're going back to Philly for a Game 6. All the pressure is on those guys still because, they're trying to close it out at home. If we win this one, it's going to a Game 7. So I feel like we got to roll with them. And I feel like without him, we wouldn't really be in this position. So I'm calling Artur Shilovs my chap of the week.
Wait, you mean to tell me that Stuart Skinner's not a good enough playoff goalie? What?
I mean,
never would have guessed.
Here's the thing, he has the experience. So does Shilovs. He won a playoff series, I think, a year or 2 ago with Vancouver. But I feel like Shelov's has just been a little bit more steady. Like Skinner will make like a great save, but then he'll like let in one and you're like, what are you doing? I like Skinner, but I feel like Shelov's is the guy, and we've been playing all these elimination games and he's been winning, so you got to keep rolling with him.
Stuart Skinner activities, as I always like to say.
And honestly, like after Game 4 in Philly, when we avoided getting swept, they were interviewing Shelov's, and he's like, I love this. I love when all the fans are like wanting me to give up goals. I'm just making all these saves. Like, this is great. So like, love the vibe. So Shelov's is my chap.
So let's say you do win in 7. Are you rolling with the backup the rest of the playoffs?
I mean, he's like, that's the thing with the Penguins. Like, there's not really like a 1 and 2. They're kind of just like a tandem goalie. So it's like you just have to ride the hot hand. So if we win this series, they're gonna roll with Shelov's until he has a bad game.
Hell yeah! And who's Gatton this week?
I think a decent bit about it. It's not really one person in specific. It's really just the Philadelphia Flyers fan base in general. Honestly, just the whole city of Philadelphia, man. They've just fired their manager, the Phillies.
Oh, you buried the lead for our MLB talk.
Oh, sorry. But, I mean, really just the whole city of Philadelphia, just straight garbage. They thought that the series was over when when they were up 3-0. It's definitely not over. It's far from over. Philadelphia, man. What can I say?
One of my coworkers that I work closely with at work is a Flyers fan.
Oh,
so
God.
Bro's on the hot seat.
He is on the hot, dude. Like the vibe between him and me right now, I'm feeling good. Like, because we're pretty much playing with house money. If we beat the Flyers, if we come back and win this series, that's going to be legendary. If they lose, that's going to be so embarrassing. And I mean, at the very least, we made it a respectable series. Like, it's going to Game 6. So,
yeah.
Like, I feel like Penguins fans are in a good spot right now. But I mean, we haven't won a playoff series since 2018, so we would really, really like to do that. And we might be doing it in a legendary manner if we can win the next 2 games.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him because he said the Flyers have sucked his entire life. So
it's their own fault, though. It's their organization. It's the players they get, the coaches they hire. Although I do like their head coach now, Rick Tocchet. They draft dirty players. They hire coaches that want the players to try to distract the other team from playing the game with their dirty play. It's just their whole organization. It's their own fault. It seriously is.
Oh, really?
Oh,
damn.
yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
So that's Philly's like only poverty franchise then, because like the Phillies have won World Series titles, the Eagles have won Super Bowls, the Sixers are relevant.
They're relevant.
They make the playoffs.
I mean, it's not like the Flyers are irrelevant. Like, they make the playoffs like maybe out of 10 years they'll make it 3 or 4 times. It's not like they like absolutely suck. Like, I mean, what was the year? They went to the Stanley Cup in like 2010 or 11 or something like that and lost to the Blackhawks. So it's like they've been there.
Oh.
So
what? That was probably like 2012, 2013, that era.
Something like that. It was that, I think it was Game 6 that Patrick Kane had the overtime winner, and the puck just like came in and out of the net. Like, no one realized he scored, and like they thought they were still playing, and he was like celebrating because they just won the Stanley Cup. It was that. So in Philly, Philly, classic.
Dude, just thinking about Stanley Cup playoffs just gives me like goosebumps.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because I mean, I think we all can agree. Like, I think the Stanley Cup playoffs is the best out of the major 4 playoffs. Out of NHL, NFL, NBA, and MLB, I would say in order it's NHL, MLB, NFL, and NBA is far and
the
away
NBA playoffs are trash, bro. But yeah, I will like. I mean, I think I kind of like the MLB playoffs a little bit better, even though the Pirates aren't really in it much. But I will say that I think
they're 1 and 2 for me. They're interchangeable.
I will say that I think that of all the major sports playoffs, the NHL playoffs are the most grueling. It's the hardest to win the championship. Because just think, you have to win 4 7-game series to hoist the Stanley Cup. So That's
Not to mention how physically demanding.
exactly, yeah. So I think it's definitely the hardest one to win. So
See, I'm one or two are interchangeable between the NHL and MLB. Like, I don't know, because like MLB, it's like how can you not be romantic about baseball? But then like NHL, it's like so physically intense every millisecond. Dudes are scrapping, they're breaking glass, throwing each other into the wall. Like,
dude,
standing on
I don't know if
business
you've
every
watched any of
play
these Penguins Flyers games, but it's literally every whistle there's like a fight.
is a fight.
It's
Yeah.
like it's
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So like, but you don't get that kind of passion in any other playoffs. Like baseball, like you do, because like I said, how can you not be romantic about baseball? So it's like that's why they're interchangeable for me.
I would say hockey's a
definitely
little bit higher for me. Maybe it's just because I've watched a lot more of it because the Penguins have been in the playoffs pretty much every year my whole life. I mean, this is the first year in a couple years, but I've watched a lot more Pittsburgh playoff hockey than baseball. But I would say I love the Pirates a little bit more than I love the Penguins, but love them all though.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
So who's
Yeah,
your chap of the week to get back on track here?
Yeah, I was say my chap of the week is the flag thrower.
Let's
You
go.
guys are chaps of the week.
Let's go.
That's right. I'm looking at you. If you're watching this screen right now, or you're listening to this, I'm talking to you. You are chap of the week. Because we have surpassed 400 subscribers, like I mentioned earlier. We have surpassed 900,000 all-time views on YouTube, and the streams have been going great, like in terms of like the views and the engagement and the people enjoying the content. So our socials have been growing like crazy, especially our Instagram. That really popped off during WrestleMania. So flag throwers, your chaps of the week. Appreciate y'all so much. So Luke and I will be hanging out again next time on Memorial Day weekend. So the objective is to get to 1 million
1
lifetime YouTube
million.
views before the next time I see Luke. So
1
we'll see
million
how that
views brought to you by Ram's Head.
goes. But that, and also just want to get, obviously the subscriber count. I mentioned like try to get to 415 by the next time I see you guys. But y'all have been kicking wholesale ass. Appreciate the flag throwers so much. You flag throwers, I'm talking to you, is the chap of the week. So shout out to you. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job.
Let's go.
But my gat of the week is someone who is not doing a great job. Someone who might be quite literally the worst negotiator of all time.
Oh, God.
Diego Pavia is my gat of the week.
Who is this Diego Pavia you speak of?
So Diego Pavia is the little short guy that was the quarterback at Vanderbilt.
Oh.
The guy that's like always partying and like being like super arrogant and shit. So Pavia is the first player since, I think they said like 2011 or 2014 or something like that. He's the first Heisman finalist since 2011 or 2014 that did not get drafted.
That is crazy. Just purely based on merit.
Because Pavia intentionally tanked all his draft interviews based off all the reports, because people would be like, the teams would ask him, how would you handle being a backup quarterback if we took you in the later rounds? He was like, fuck that. Not going to be a backup quarterback. I'm going to come in and be the starter. And they were like, we can't draft this guy.
What an idiot.
Bro's a whopping 5'6" and thinks he's going to be starting quarterback off rip. That's
What an
just not
idiot.
going to happen.
Probably just cost himself like $3 million just by saying that.
That's what I'm saying. And he did end up signing with the Ravens, but like, we're going to cut him in training camp, bro. Or we're going to put him on the practice squad. He's not beating out. He's definitely not beating out Lamar fucking Jackson.
Yeah.
But even then, even if Lamar, knock on wood, Lamar has a season-ending injury. Lamar Jackson's not playing this year. He's not beating out Snoop Huntley either.
Yeah, dude, Snoop Huntley's
Let's
a
keep
good
it a
backup,
buck.
yeah.
He's not beating out Snoop Huntley.
Then who's your third guy after Snoop?
It would be Diego Pavia at this point.
Okay.
Because we cut Cooper Rush because he's certified shite.
Yeah. I mean, he was
Look
good
at
like
me,
he had
quarterback.
a couple good games like 4 years ago, but that's about it.
Bro, just look at the way Cooper Rush plays football and look at the way Lamar Jackson plays football. Why on earth did you ever think that was going to be a good backup?
Yeah.
Like, Cooper Rush would be a great backup for someone who's more like dependent on being in the pocket. Like he would be a great backup to like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
or like Jared Goff.
He doesn't move.
To Lamar
though.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We paid him like $10 million.
Yeah. It's like you have to run a completely different offense when you have Rush in there compared to Jackson or even Huntley.
So another reason why I said he's one of the worst negotiators of all time, because A, his interviews, but B, he refused to hire an agent because he didn't want to pay the agent fee. Bro went undrafted and immediately hired an agent.
Dang. What an idiot.
Bro. And the worst part is I actually really liked Diego Pavia, like, during this past college football season. Like, when he was lighting the world on fire and shit. That shit was so cool. And then I found out how much of a prick he was, and I was like, I don't know if I really like this guy anymore.
Yeah. So.
And then, like, his mom's going on dates with Theo Vaughn and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on?
What is up with this family, for real?
Yeah, like, dude.
Gats.
Like, you guys are acting like a bunch of flash in the pans.
Yeah.
Bunch of Elliots, if you will.
Yeah, if you will. Elliots.
But that is our Chaps and Gats of the week, brought to you by Ritz.
Let's go.
But yeah, so let's get into more baseball talk, since it is just Luke and I on the pod this week. So Luke, we'll go in chronological order. The first piece of news that broke: the Red Sox won 17-1, and we're like, this is the perfect time to fire Alex Cora and all of our coaches.
That made no sense. I mean, like, yeah, they got off to like a bad start, but why would you fire him after winning 17-1?
Not to mention, they lost 10-1 literally 24 hours prior.
Yeah, why not?
Why would you not fire him after losing 10-1? Why did you fire him after winning 17-1?
Maybe they like fired him after the 10-1 and said, "We'll let you manage one more game, then you're gone." And he said, "All right, bet."
There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they pulled up in blacked out Tahoes to the hotel, went in there, aired out the entire coaching staff, hopped in, and left. There's like video of it on Twitter that's surfacing.
That is crazy.
So, and the players were stunned, and the players, like, when they were addressing the players, they literally told them shut up and hoop. Like, they told them, like, you guys are baseball players, focus on playing baseball. And they were like, what?
That's messed up.
I
feel like they're turning into like a poverty organization.
Which is so crazy. You're the Boston Red Sox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you going to be a poverty organization, bro?
Just ownership that doesn't really care about baseball, it seems like to me.
Like, yes. It's Alex Cora's fault that Mookie Betts got traded and that Rafael Devers got traded and that Alex Bregman didn't resign. Yes. That's totally 100% on Alex Cora.
And then Alex Cora didn't want to go to the Phillies when they fired their manager.
Which I actually don't hate that, because he just got fired. It's a lot going on. You know, your family's like, I don't want to say in shambles, but like, obviously, like, there's stuff going on with your family. So like, he said he just want to take the rest of the year off to like comprehend it and internalize it and process it in a healthy manner. So I totally get it, him not wanting to go right back into the fire.
Yeah.
Especially to a team like Philly, who will give him no grace.
Oh yeah, if he like goes in there and loses like the first couple games, they'll hate him. So.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm sure he might be a decent manager in the right spot, but like, I totally get why he was like, bro, I can't handle being in Philly right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think he's a good manager.
But the Red Sox called up their AAA manager to be the interim.
Really? Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I guess because they cleared house from their coaching staff, they didn't really have like a bench coach to give the interim title to.
Yeah, they fired everybody, including Jason Varitek.
Wow, even Varitek. What was his role? Like something with the pitchers or catchers?
He was some like game planning specialist or whatever.
Wow.
But they didn't officially fire him, but they did pretty much DFA him. They said that he was going to be reassigned to a new role in the coming days. So bro got DFA'd even though he's not on the roster.
That's crazy.
But like,
man,
treating a franchise legend like that is crazy work. But yeah, they just aired out the entire staff.
That is
which I just don't get.
That is wild.
So who do you think they're going to go after in the offseason? Do you think they're going to go after a proven commodity, or do you think they're going to go after a first-time manager? Like, are they going to go after an Albernaz, or are they going to go after, like, a Joe Girardi? Just to name names. Not saying that's who they should go for. But, like, I'm trying to show, like, the difference of the experience levels.
I think they're going to go after someone w's been around, I would say.
Maybe. So, like, someone like Buck Showalter-esque.
Yeah, esque, but maybe not like someone that's super old, like Buck Showalter. Maybe like an AJ Hinch type. You know what I mean?
Even though AJ Hinch is already like locked in.
I know he's already,
retirement.
but I'm like an AJ Hinch type, like someone
Oh,
like
okay.
that, someone who's
If only.
on the right side of 50 and has been a manager for at least 3 or 4 years.
Who's a manager that had some playoff success, went to the World Series? Oh, if only they could hire a guy like Alex Cora. That would really
Yeah.
fit the build of what they're looking for.
Right?
What the fuck? Oh, dude, don't tell me they're going to try and bring old man Bruce Bochy back out of retirement.
That I could see them doing that, but I don't think that would be a good idea. I feel like
that would be a terrible idea.
I feel like if they were a team right now that was like, okay, their roster is really good, but they just didn't have a good manager, that would be a good choice. But I feel like, yeah, they're a decent team, but they're not going to like win the World Series. So I don't think so. I only think you bring him in if you think you're going to win it all.
This team has really good pitching. Lineup's kind of iffy. You know who's a guy that they should try to acquire?
Who's that?
They should try to trade for a guy like Rafael Devers.
Oh yeah, they already traded him away.
Sorry, Red Sox fans.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you get somebody that's more consistent. A little jack of all trades, little pop, little contact, Gold Glove fielder. Kind of get a good locker room guy like Mookie Betts. Oh wait, damn.
They let him walk.
Shit. Sorry, they already had that guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can get a little bit of a prick who is a good player, not really the best clubhouse leader, but he's a good dependable hitter and fielder. You can kind of get a World Series champion like Alex Bregman, but damn, bro, already left in free agency. You see the problem here? Guys that you needed, you let walk, and you have no excuse. You're not the Pirates, you're not the Orioles, you're not the Rays, you're not the Guardians. You are the Boston fucking Red Sox, and you're letting dudes like Mookie Betts, Rafael Devers, and Alex Bregman walk. Can you imagine how good this team would be right now if Mookie Betts, Devers, and Bregman were still on the Sox?
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah,
That'd be a World Series team.
Yeah, they would be. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're kind of turning into like the Mets, like just not doing the right. They're turning into the Mets of like 20 years ago. I feel like.
You know how close I was making them to be my GAT of the week?
The Red Sox. I mean, I feel like
no, the Mets.
Oh, the Mets. Oh, yeah, that would have been a good one too.
That was my GAT of the week until the whole Diego Pavia stuff, and I was like, you know what? Mets fans have been through enough. I'll leave them alone.
Yeah, they are in shambles right now. That whole situation.
But the next piece of big news in baseball is that the Cleveland Guardians have called up number one prospect, former number one overall pick, Australian-born Travis Bazzana.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people were adding him on fantasy, but I already have Brandon Lau. So, but if you need a second baseman, he could be your guy.
What's your read on him? You think he's going to be a good player?
I think he's going to be someone that once he develops, he'll hit 235, but hit 35 bombs a year.
Oh, you think he's a power guy?
Oh yeah. I feel like he's a power hitting second baseman for sure.
First ever Australian-born number one overall pick.
Yeah, it's pretty
Travis
crazy.
Bazzana.
Yeah. So.
But that's the thing about Cleveland is they constantly have guys like this coming up.
They do, yeah. And I mean, it's usually pitchers, but this guy could be him.
Yeah, Bazzana, I feel like definitely will provide some reinforcements to a lineup that, to me, is kind of sheet. Not really the.
Yeah, their lineup's okay. I mean, other than Jose Ramirez, who really do they have?
And Bo Naylor's decent.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's decent. So
I don't know.
Bazzana, I think, will be a good spark plug for them.
I just think the Guardians are a genius organization, though. They
always are.
They do well with not much money. I feel like that the decision to keep Jose Ramirez and not Lindor is looking pretty good.
It's getting better by the year.
Yeah.
It's getting better by the year.
So.
Because here's the thing. Lindor would 100% sell more jerseys, but J-Ram's definitely the better player.
Oh, yeah. He's a lot better. He's better, doesn't get hurt ever, just a consistent hitter, and is
No
like,
controversy.
I don't think he's ever won an MVP, but he's like always like third in MVP voting, like pretty much
I'll say
every
he's always
year.
top 5 in MVP voting.
Yeah, like
for sure.
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He's just a very, very good player for a long time.
You think so?
I mean, I'd have to look at his career numbers, but I feel like just like
because he has no playoff success.
Yeah, he does. He's hit a couple big home runs in the playoffs. I mean, he's never won the World Series, but I remember
he's never even made it to the World Series.
Yeah, he was on the 2016 team.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he was like a rookie.
I thought he was younger. I thought he just missed that.
I think he was a rookie that year.
Okay, that would explain why.
Actually, his first year was 2013. He's older than he's been around because he came up when he was 20 years old. He's been around for a while.
Okay.
So that
explains why I thought he was super old.
This is his 14th season, and he's only 33. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's going to continue to rack up these numbers. He's 7 away from 1,700 hits. He's 9 away from 300 home runs. So
he'll check 300 homers.
Yeah.
He'll check 2,000 hits.
No, like he's going to get 400 home runs probably. He's definitely going to get. Yeah. He's probably going to get 2,500 hits at least. Career average 278. I don't see that dropping very much.
If he can keep that above 260, I think he'll be okay.
Like, dude, he's just a good player.
Well, now that he made it to the World Series, I don't know why I thought for some reason he just missed that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's a 7-time All-Star. Like,
yeah, he'll get in.
Dude's just a really good player. So,
yeah, he won't get in first ballot, but he'll get in.
He will. As long as he doesn't get hurt, as long as he puts up pretty good numbers and plays till he's 37, 38 years old, he will be a Hall of Famer.
Hell yeah. Good for you, J-Ram. My man. Good job.
Seems like a good guy, too. And
that's what I'm saying. So
You know what we should put on our one of our sound bites? Remember that it was like over COVID when he was facing off against Trevor Bauer in the desert, and he goes, "Good changeup."
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, that was him. now that's like a running joke in my wiffle ball league. So like every time, now like the past couple of years, I don't throw super hard like I used to, and every time that like I throw like a fastball and someone swings and misses at it, they go, "Good changeup," to like make me think that I'm like throwing slow. I'm like, that was not a changeup. They go, "Hey, good changeup."
Good changeup.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then the final big piece of news, the news that broke today on the day of recording, is that the Phillies sacked manager Rob Thompson.
Yeah.
He's
out of there.
Phillies manager.
Yeah.
After a 9-19 start to the season. The Phillies, I think, have lost 12 in a row.
Something like that. Well, no, they won a game a couple days ago, but I think they're like they're like 1-11 in their last 12, something like that. So,
I know they just straight up cut Taijuan Walker. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean he's not good. He's literally the way he throws. If he doesn't hit the corners, he's basically throwing you batting practice. So that was the right move. I mean, deservedly so. I mean, like I said, like not much playoff success in the last couple years. I mean, when they hired him as the manager, he took them to the World Series. They hired him like mid-season, and he took them to the World Series. Other than that, I don't think they've won a playoff series. So deservedly so. Like you said, Philly is like, if you don't give the results, the fans are going to turn against you, and eventually the organization turned against them. They let him go. So I don't know if this dude's going to manage anywhere else. I think he's older. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Thompson's definitely going to get another job in baseball. I don't think it's going to be as a manager right away. I think a guy like Brandon Hyde will get hired before a guy like Rob Thompson.
Yeah, I think you still have Mike Schultz hanging around out there too. He's a good manager.
Yeah.
So maybe he could fit into one of these roles in the next 12 months. But yeah, I don't know. 2 managers already fired is crazy this early.
You know who's going to be a good manager, and this is totally like random, kind of. We were talking about Cleveland. You know who's going to be a good manager if he chooses to become one when he's done?
Roberto Perez. I don't know.
No. Austin Hedges.
Oh yeah, dude, Austin Hedges. I mean, he played once. He played a partial season on the Pirates, then got traded. Fans hated him because he couldn't hit. I think he hit.
Yeah, his career batting average is like a $150.
Yeah, it's not good, but he's just so good defensively that's why he's able to stay in the league. So yeah, I could see him being a good manager. Another guy that I feel like he's going to be an MLB manager before too long. Actually, former Pirate catcher, the manager of Team Italy from this past WBC, who made it way further than anyone thought. Francisco Cervelli. He's going to be a great.
Yeah.
He is going to be a really good manager for someone someday, and I think someday soon.
Pujols and Molina both are going to get gigs at some point too.
Yeah, Pujols, I'm not really sure. I feel like he's more of like a just Dominican, WBC manager for like an all-star team. I don't really when you think about those guys that have like they were the best of the best in the game, like what are they going to tell just like normal players? You know what I mean? Like that's why I think Gretzky was a NHL coach for like a short time and it just did not work. Cuz like what is he going to tell these guys? He's one of the greatest players to ever live. So
yeah,
I feel like those guys that are just absolute legends, I feel like they don't make good managers. But I mean, I could be wrong about Pujols, but I don't know. I would have to. I'd have to see it to believe it.
Who do you think Philly's going to go after? A veteran for sure, right?
I feel like they could go after one of these young guys. Maybe Cervelli, maybe Molina. I don't know. So Mattingly is their interim manager. They're not giving him the full title. I don't know. I mean,
he's also pretty ancient.
They did go the young route with Gabe Kapler. They had him before.
Oh, that dude was so ass as manager.
Was he? I'm trying to think. Was he before or after Joe Girardi as the Phillies manager? I know he was in there somewhere. He was only in there for like a year or two. And then he went to the Giants.
I know one replaced the other.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, they have gone with that route of, like, a young manager, who's just a guy that...
They hired Girardi to replace Kapler.
Okay.
Kapler went 161 and 163 in 2 seasons. Girardi was hired and then fired himself in 2022, 3 years later.
Man, he stepped down himself. I didn't really realize that. And that's when they brought up Rob Thompson. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, that's the thing, though. Like, so you see, like, they've gone with the guy that's never been a manager before, that's, retired from the MLB 5 years ago, and they've gone with the proven older guy. So
I think they're going to go with the proven guy just because this roster is getting really old. They need to win now. They don't have time for somebody to learn how to be a manager.
True. Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I feel like it would be... this is never going to happen, I don't think. But I feel like I would really like to see one of these teams go with a player manager. Wouldn't that be sweet?
What, like a...
Like, just imagine the Phillies announced that Bryce Harper is their new manager, and he's
like a semi-pro.
He's going to play and manage. I feel like that.
Jackie Moon, there it is.
Yeah, I feel like the last guy to do that was Pete Rose. Rest in peace. He was a player manager. I think it was either for the Phillies or the Reds. It might have been the Reds.
It was for the Reds.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know. I'm just talking at this point.
Well, speaking of crazy losing streaks before we move on to something else, the Mets have lost 12 in a row, got swept by the Rockies, of all teams.
Yeah, I heard Chase Dollander carved him up.
Yeah, I added him on fantasy after that. Do you think that the Mets are going to fire Mendoza?
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's doing a good job at all. I think he's completely lost that clubhouse. And I honestly think that my new fantasy strategy is going to be to stream whatever pitcher is facing the Mets every night. Because they're not hitting anything.
Does Mendoza make it to Memorial Day?
Unless the Mets somehow win 4 or 5 games in a row, I would say no. I would say, yeah, he's the next one to go. Because when did they hire him? He's been in there for what, like a year and a half or so? Was he their
something like that.
Was he their manager when they went to the NLCS and they lost to the Dodgers?
When was that?
That was 24. I don't know if that was him or I know they had Buck
Final
Showalter in
guess.
there for a time, but I think they went to the playoffs but lost to the Padres or something. No, Hunter Barco.
All right, let's see. He was hired in November 13th, 2023.
Okay,
It's the
so
last year of his contract.
yeah, so
Yeah, he's going to get fired.
he did take them to the NLCS. I'll give him that, but yeah, I mean, if you have Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor and you're losing 12 games in a
And
row,
Bo Bichette.
yeah, and Bo Bichette now, who hasn't done anything,
And Luis Robert Jr.
right? The list goes on, and
Carson
Marcus
Benz.
Semien. You know, you have
Francisco Alvarez, Jorge Polanco.
yeah. So, I mean, not Marcus Semien. I meant to say Jorge Polanco, but
No, they do have Marcus Semien.
no, they traded him. He's on the. They do have Marcus Semien. You're right.
They traded for Marcus
That's
Semien.
right. That's right. I'm just thinking second baseman. I'm like, they can't have both. Yeah, they do. They have literally 3 second basemen in their infield, just spread throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all for the Mets.
All right, Luke. Do you want to go through your power rankings with the people before we get out of here?
All right, let's do it.
Before
So
you start, we'll go back and forth. So start at number 10. Read your 10, explain why. I'll read my 10, explain why.
all right, bet. So actually, my number 10 is a team that they've been kind of treading water recently, but I feel like they're just poised to start winning a lot more games. It's the Detroit Tigers. Google hasn't. I mean,
Strong bet.
he's been okay. He hasn't really been dominant yet. But I feel like as it gets warmer out, and their bats are going to start to heat up more. They're going to start to win a lot more games. That's why I have Detroit 10.
At number 10 for me, who was not ranked in my previous iteration of MLB Power Rankings, I have the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Now that's
They have
an
no
interesting
left-handed
one.
relievers on their roster. Corbin Carroll has lost his power thanks to his broken hamate bone. And they keep winning games.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. I respect that at 10. I was kind of thinking about them. Honestly, if I had to go with 11 or 12 picks, they might be my 11th or 12th team on here. But I think I just like the Tigers a little bit more.
They just keep staying afloat in that vaunted NL West.
Yeah.
Which they're one of 3 NL West teams on here for me.
Yeah. So I like it.
Who's your number 9?
My number 9, I hate to do it. I don't really like the teams in my division. I actually really don't like this team. But there's one team actually on here too that I hate even more. But my number 9 is the Cincinnati Reds. Man.
Whoa, number 9?
I mean, the only reason
Damn,
I have them
low.
lower on the list is like really, I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't think they're going to be able to keep this up. But I will say it is impressive. They're 8 games over 500 at this point of the season. But really, all of their offense, if you look deeper into the numbers, I think like 60% of their offense is Sal Frelick and Ellie De La Cruz. So I just don't know how sustainable this really is. So that's why I have him at 9.
Sal Stewart, you mean?
Oh yeah, Sal Stewart. Sal Frelick. He's on the Brewers. But that's why I have them at 9.
That's understandable. I have the Reds on my list, but way higher than that. At number 9, this team has been... The bats are starting to heat up, and I have 3 of them on my fantasy team, so I know these bats are starting to heat up, and the pitching just needs to come around and just bail them out. They're playing in that Mickey Mouse ballpark, but up 1 spot this week. At number 9, I have the artist formerly known as the Oakland Athletics.
There you go.
I think with the lineup is starting to carry, even though the pitching staff is still lagging behind. So with the lineup heating up, I mean, we've talked about this lineup at length. I mean, this lineup can swing it with anybody. But the A's are starting to heat up, and they're in a division that's kind of a bit of a cupcake. They're the only team from the AL West on my power rankings. So I think the artists known as the Oakland Athletics are the number 9th ranked team and are primed to move up if they get hot.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I agree with that pick. I like it a lot.
Shout out Jack Wilson, friend of the program, Jacob Wilson's dad.
Yeah, our guy. So actually, I'll go into my number 7 pick. My number 7 team on my power ranking is what?
Who's your number 9?
Or my number 9 was the Reds. My number 8. Sorry, my number 8.
Oh yeah, there we go.
My number 8 is also the Oakland Athletics. So I have them one spot higher than you do for similar reasons. You know, they're starting to heat up. I feel like they're poised to heat up even more. You know, I think both of us, they might have been our preseason pick to win the AL West as kind of an underdog. Yeah, as long as they can get some pitching, they're going to be good. You know, if they're in it at the trade deadline, they might go for a pitcher or two to.
They have to go for a pitcher.
Try to you know bolster their chances. And you know they're gonna have.
Do you think they'll trade Leo DeVries to do it, or do you think they're gonna save him?
I think they save
the main piece of the Mason Miller trade.
Yeah, I think they save him. So they're playing in Sacramento for one more year after this, right? Then they're going to Vegas.
Correct.
Man, when they go to Vegas, they're not going to be like the Oakland A's anymore. They're going to be one of the bigger money teams. It's going to start to look a lot different on an organizational level. So I feel like if they get a crazy offer, though, if they say someone offers them, I don't even know, like maybe the Phillies offer them Zach Wheeler for DeVries at the deadline, maybe they pull the trigger. I don't know.
We'll have to see who's available for sure.
Yeah,
because if the Tigers are out of it, Scoople's going to be on the block.
That's true. That's a guy that you give up anyone for for a playoff run if you're there. So
get an absolute hoss.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I love it. At my number 8, not previously ranked in my previous iteration of this list, is the scrappy Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I have them at number 8 on this list. Again, same thing as the D-backs. I don't know how the fuck they keep winning, but they do. Brian Baker is an absolute menace on the mound in the 9th inning. I mean, Junior Caminero is a budding star. Jonathan Miranda is extremely consistent. I mean, they traded Brandon Lau. They traded Jake Mangum. Chandler Simpson is an everyday starter for me in fantasy. That guy is absolutely electric to watch.
Right.
And yeah, they do it with a bunch of guys you never heard of, but the Tampa Bay Rays keep winning ball games. They're back in the trot, back in their home field, and they're quiet, they're sneaky, they're under the radar, but they're number 8.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're a good team. I can only say good things about them. They are actually a little bit higher on my list than you had them. So to go with my number 7 team, as we move on, it's actually a team that I guess you don't have on here. It's the Cleveland Guardians. Might be kind of a weird pick. They're sitting at 500 exactly right now. What's that? Yeah, you don't have them on there. I mean, kind of like we said, they're just that sneaky team that as long as they're kind of just sitting there, they're poised to just strike at any time. I feel like at the time that I made this, which was 2 days ago, they had won a couple of games. Now they lost a couple of games, but I'll still roll with them at 7. Again, kind of like the Rays, a bunch of guys you never heard of other than Jose Ramirez. What's that? Parker Messick, good pitcher, kind of came out of nowhere. So I'll go with the Guardians at that spot.
Yeah, the Guardians for me just don't have the talent, in my opinion, to really like.
Maybe.
There's a lot of teams that have the same record, so then at that point you got to go off of talent and who's been hot. And the Guardians just, I don't know. Like you said, if it went to 11 and 12, they probably would have made it somewhere in there, but didn't make the list. At my number 7, down 5 spots since the last time I've done these MLB power rankings. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Luke, you can kind of take it away here and tell the people why they've gone down 5 spots in my power rankings.
Yeah, I mean they won a series in Milwaukee over the weekend, so it's not looking like bad. It's just not, they're just not super hot like they were to kind of start the season. I have the game on right now, and if you can tell by my facial expressions, they are losing 5-0 to the Cardinals. What the heck? Come on, seriously. But
they also almost made my top 10.
Yeah, the Cardinals, I don't know how, but they are somehow winning baseball games.
JJ Weatherholt, man.
And hey, at the end of this show, I have a story to tell you. I was gonna tell you off air, but
I think you've already told me it, but I'll circle back.
I'll tell you on air. About our guy JJ Weatherholt. But yeah, so we're ready to move on to my number 6 team. It's a team that you just talked about. It is the Tampa Bay Rays. Again, another team, good organization, a team that is very scrappy. Chandler Simpson, like you said, they always have some arms in that rotation, in that bullpen that you've never heard of. They're just electric. Shane McClanahan's back. So another team, the Pirates took 2 out of 3 against these guys, just letting you know.
That's why I have the Pirates ahead of them.
So, I'll take the Rays there.
All right, number 6. Previously not ranked in the last new entrant on my power rankings at number 6 is the Windy City Chicago Cubs at number 6. There's been a lot of Cubs games on national television that I've been, checking in here and there, and they've been playing good baseball as of late. I mean, the sticks are starting to get hot. What's his name? Edward Cabrera's looked really good as a Cub. I mean, they've had some injuries, but Cubs have been playing winning baseball. They've been getting it done. So I have the Cubs at number 6, who, for a big market team, have been low-key under the radar.
Yeah, I mean, they won, 10 games in a row? So you got to have them on here. I don't like the Cubs, but I agree with the pick. No further comment. So, let's move up to my number 5. My number 5 team is actually the New York Yankees. I mean, hey, what do you mean? They played well. It's on.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I was just saying it because it's the New York Yankees.
Yeah. On brand for them. They're 9 games over 500. Judge is hitting home runs. Stanton has been hitting the ball pretty well, even though he can't run. I feel like you or I
can't open a bag of chips.
Yeah, he can't open a bag of chips without tearing a bicep.
But he can hit a dinger.
Yeah, so, and, they have Garrett Cole coming back pretty soon. I think he's made a couple, or at least one rehab start.
I think they said sometime in May is the target.
Yeah, so, again, I don't really like the Yankees, but you have to put them on here. So there they are.
Absolutely.
So.
And my number 5 is a team that you don't like, up 3 spots this week in the power rankings, is the Cincinnati Reds.
No.
Is it sustainable? I don't know, but they just can't stop winning. And until they come back down to earth, they gotta be up here because they're just beating everybody right now. Whether it's Ellie, whether it's Sal Stewart, no matter who it is, they're winning one reason or another. And that's without Hunter Green, that's without Lodolo. So they have some help on the way too. But the Cincinnati Reds and that NL Central, which, by the way, all 5 teams are above 500 in the NL Central. So shout out to them. But yeah, I have the Reds as my 3rd and final NL Central team at number 5.
Okay, so we'll move up to my number 4 pick. It's my Pittsburgh Pirates. I have them down a couple spots from the week before. Like I said, I mean, these picks are kind of based off of Sunday, the week prior. We have lost a couple games. It looks like we're about to lose 3 in a row. So, if I realistically had to do this now, make my 10, they might be, more like 7 or 8 on this list. I feel like, they're still good. They're just a young team that's having a little bit of a hiccup. But hopefully, they can right the ship. Everything will be all good. I mean, when you have Paul Skeens pitching, 1 out of every 5 games, it's pretty much a guaranteed win, or at least it should be, as long as you put up a couple runs. And then, the rest of our pitching staff is pretty good. You got Jared Jones is coming back before too long. He'll be back probably in a month or so.
Is everything okay with Ashcraft? I saw he got put on the family emergency list.
Yeah, he actually just made his first start back and did not really do very well tonight. They just pushed him a date.
Well, I was just concerned because literally his last start was the gender reveal, and then he goes on family emergency list.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really said much, so I can't really speak on it. But yeah, he pitched tonight, didn't really pitch very well, so maybe some personal things are going on.
Prayers up to him. Hope everything's okay.
Prayers to Ashcraft, also to my fantasy team because he's on it. But
get a load of this guy.
I mean, hey, sorry, maybe taking fantasy a little bit too serious here. But still think they're a good team. They're still above 500. I mean, I feel like any team that hangs around 500 in like June or so, any team can just take off. Just look at the Blue Jays from last year. Like they were in like 4th place on like June 6th or something last year, and they made it to the World Series. So still think they're going to be good. Still have hope. So that's why I have them.
Pirates at 4. I mean, I had them drop a little bit, but I understand why you're keeping them at 4. There's still a chance. But my number 4, up 3 spots in this iteration, is the New York Yankees.
No.
I have the Yankees at 4. Those fuck-ass Bronx Bombers, okay? They're hitting bombs. Cam Schlittler is good, okay? I mean, the bullpen's holding it down, like, rotation solid or whatever. Caballero's a capable shortstop, like, whatever. Jazz Chisholm's still an idiot, but that's all I got to say about the Yankees. Fuck the Yankees. Can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Your number 3.
Yeah, my number 3, again, I hate to do it, but, they just did win 10 games in a row. It's the Chicago Cubs, for obvious reasons.
Woo! 3?
I'm not going to, I think they deserve it. I'm not going to toot their horn too much, but they've been playing well. No further comments.
That's fair. Same analysis I gave the Yankees. I respect it. My number 3, which you had the Cubs at 3. So that means one of these 3 teams is not in your top 10. I'm actually intrigued who it is. My number 3.
Oh, I see who it is, and it might be a partial error on my part to not have them there. So that's my bad.
Okay. My number 3 stays like a before. It is the Slam Diego Padres with the best closer in baseball, Mason Miller, with the coolest entrance in baseball. Tatis is hot right now. Bogarts has turned back the clock. Mason Miller's shutting down everything. So, Padres, I can't say I've watched a lot of Padres baseball, but I have seen how they just keep winning. And then, the Padres, they're still winning. So, I have the Padres still hanging around at number 3.
And their new City Connects are freaking sweet, too.
All their uniforms have been sweet.
Yeah. So, the Padres are actually my number 2 team. Now that I'm looking at this, I should have the Atlanta Braves at that, 2 to 4 kind of spot and then bump everyone down 1. So maybe when we do the graphic, we can do that. But, so like I said, the Braves should be in there. I would put them just below the Padres. I actually put the Braves at 3 and the Padres at 2. But like you said, they're hot. That lineup is star-studded. As long as they can pitch a little bit, their bullpen's really good. They're going to win a lot of games. So that's why they're there.
My number 2 is the team that you completely forgot about, the Atlanta Braves. And the Atlanta Braves I feel like they've been on every primetime game, and they just keep winning. I have Bryce Elder in fantasy, which I never thought I would say in 2026 and be proud of, but he's been absolutely shoving for me in fantasy, so picked him up on waivers. He's been awesome. And Sale's been Chris Sale. Reynaldo Lopez and his 89-mile-an-hour fastball are still getting it done. That bullpen's not completely shitting the bed, but they're not costing them, but they're not winning games because of their bullpen either. And then the lineup, like you said, Acuna, Albies is turning back to clock. Olsen is him.
Austin Riley's back.
Playing good. Michael Harris is playing good ball right now. Jonah Heim behind the plate's giving you serviceable catching.
I know, man. Dude, it's Drake Baldwin back there. Drake Baldwin is a freaking dog, bro.
Well, yeah, I was going to cherry on top that, but yeah, there you go. You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Drake Baldwin, arguably one of the best catchers in baseball right now. And yeah, Jerks and Profar, who? They don't need him.
What an idiot.
And then Luke, I think we all know who number 1 is, and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. At number 1, I got the Colorado Rockies, man. Just kidding, I got the Dodgers.
I also have the Dodgers at number 1 because of Shohei Ohtani. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the only reason. I'm
Yeah.
not getting it into it anymore. You guys know the gist. But Luke, you have anything left to say to the people before we get out of here?
Man, all I gotta say is get us to 1 million views on YouTube. Let's rack it up to 500 subscribers on YouTube as well. I mean, hey, I mean, once you get one or two people in there, it keeps rolling and rolling. You just got to keep it rolling. So that's all I'm about to say.
Oh, yeah, flag throwers. Y'all are my chaps of the week. Y'all deserved it. You earned it. Thank y'all so much for the support. Like I said, let's try to get to 415 by the time I next talk to you, because we're going to have a special guest on, and you're not going to want to miss that. Trust me, we'll promote it on socials. You'll know who it is before it drops. But, yeah, got some fun things in the works for you guys. Thank y'all so much for supporting the episode, supporting the streams, just supporting anything involving us. Love y'all to death. And you know how we end this.
We're not going to apologize for winning.
No, we are not. We will see y'all next week. See ya.